Welcome to the channel. So basically in previous video we saw that how we can create the Angular application, Angular project first time using that Angular CLI, and I also run that application so to show you how the default content will be looking at there on this screen. So, okay, so we will let's start with the new series video today. So this is basically we can add some new content in that app.html pages. So basically instead of the default Angular pages, we will modify that and how we can modify that and add our new HTML, CSS, how we can apply there. So that I will show today. So previously we have created that project in Angular tutorial on desktop. So double click on this folder and go inside this folder. So this there is a first project. So here type cmd above, so it will open in the command prompt. Now open this in the code dot. So I already told you in a previous session that code dot is open the Visual Studio Code for this particular folder. Okay, so it is came. So Visual Studio is open now. Okay, so yeah, so here you can see the first project is already created, and this is a node.txt. So for the adding the nodes for understanding purpose, basically what is the purpose of the particular thing. So we will see that there are some default component in content in the HTML file and how we can overcome that, and we will remove this and we will add our new content. So basically in this video we will see the overview of the HTML and CSS, so how we can apply here our own content. Okay, so first I will show you the default content hyphen o, so how the Angular is loading with the default content, and then we will start for the new our customized content. Yes. Okay, the compile successfully and app is started. Okay, so this is the default content for the Angular application. So we will customize that, and from the scratch we will learn how we can add the content and all the CSS, all the HTML. So you will understand the from the basic how we can add the HTML, CSS on this page. So basically go to the app.component.html file, select everything here, Control A and Control C arrow up arrow to keep router outlet, because we are keeping router outlet and removing everything, because you cannot remove the router outlet in this page, because if you remove that router outlet, that page will not render, because index.html here I shown yesterday, right, in the previous session. So here it will find the root this is the root component, but he will find the child components for this and he will render that content there. But if you remove this router outlet, he will not render our HTML components or HTML tags on the browser. So we will keep their router outlet and just control S save. When we save that, compile successfully, and in the browser you can see nothing is there. So default content from the Angular, we remove that. So what we can do, we will just add some HTML tags, so how it will be render and all, so we will see that. Okay, so just write here in a h1 tag Angular tutorials, Angular tutorial. Okay, so just control S. If you can see now on the browser, Angular tutorial will be visible. So this way we will add our HTML contents and all. So same way, if you add the paragraph tag and just print it here, Angular is the front end language. Okay, just save it, and when we load that, it will see Angular is the front end language. So same way, if you can add any anchor tag and suppose click me, and when we click on that, we will need to open the google.com page. So suppose href http google.com. When we save that and see the browser, this anchor tag is came, and when we click on this, it will come the google.com link. Okay, so this is the way we can add the HTML and all our customized content on the app.component file. So this is the basically way we can add the HTMLs and all. So same way, if you can add any image here, suppose we will add the br tags for the next line. Okay, so we added the break line, and here I will add the image tag, image src equal to, so on the browser we can take one image, suppose flower images, and from here I will take this, click on that and save. rows. Okay, on the downloads I will save that. Okay, I have saved on the downloads. Now you need to create one folder in asset, new folder, images, and now if you go here in the downloads, this is the rows, right? Just copy these rows from here, go to the Angular tutorial on the desktop first project, and here if you can go inside the src, there is assets and we created the images folder, and here you need to paste that image. So rows is pasted here, and here it is automatically came rows.jpg. Now in the app.component.html we will give the reference for this, and we will render that image on the browser. So how we can do that? So just currently we are on the same path here in the app, and assets is here. So we will go on the assets folder, and in the assets, images, under the images we have a rows.jpg. That's it. Just Control S, and on the browser if you can see, rows is here. Okay, so same way we will add some height and width for this. Height equal to 100 pixel, width equal to 100 pixel. Save this content and show. Okay, so this is the image tag. Using this we will use that, and same way we will add some extra contents. So this is the HTML basically we are using on the Angular, because this is the first step like prerequisites for the Angular. We need to understand that HTML, CSS and JavaScript we can say. So that's why I'm just recover some few things from the HTML, so you will understand how we can render this in the Angular in the app.component HTML. Okay, so this is the image tag we have used here. Okay, so using that we will render that images. Suppose the next tag we will add marquee tag. Marquee tag is basically used for the scrolling the text. So suppose I will use the Angular tutorial. Okay, Control S, go there, it is scrolling. This is the Angular tutorial. If you want to add the images to scroll, so you will give the reference here in the image. In the marquee we will add the image tag. This same image tag we will add here. Control S, if you can see, image is a scrolling. So this is the marquee tag basically we can use. So same way there is a multiple things you can add here, because as of now I am just adding those to showcase you how we can add this and render this on the HTML component, and on the browser how we can able to see that. So this is that like HTML we can render here. Okay, so this is the I have just recovered that HTML content here. So same way we will see that CSS now. So how we can add the CSS in this. So if you can see here in the app.component.css, already we have a CSS file here. So in the CSS, how we can add the CSS here? So under the app.component.css, inside this we will add our CSS code. Okay, so now suppose this is the app.component.css already there, and there we will add our CSS. So CSS is basically cascading style sheet. You already know about this, right? So cascading style sheet is basically used for the look and feel for the particular tag. So we will add look and feel for the particular tag. So there are two ways we can say. One is the ID selector, and second is the class selector. So using this we will add the CSS. Okay, and third we can see here it is a type selector. Type selector in the sense it is the element selector. Okay, so first we will see that ID selector, and then class selector and type selector. So same way if you can see, go here inside the project, src, app, and app.component.html. So we will see first here ID selector. So we will give suppose ID here, ID equal to h1 tag. This is the ID. Now go inside the app.component.css. ID is basically denotes using the hash keyword here. So hash h1 tag, background color it's black, font size it's larger, Control S, and now see the browser, it's came. Its background color is the, we can change that. We added a black, instead of that we will add the red. Okay, Angular tutorial, it is came, right? So same way we will add for the Angular is the front end language. This is the paragraph tag. For this we will add the class selector. Second attribute is our class selector. As you see here, class selector is the second selector in the CSS. So we will go here. Here we will add the class equal to para. Go in the insights here, and always class will be denotes using the dot keyword, and the para is the class name. And here we can see background color aqua, and font size large. Control S, save this, save HTML as well, and see on the browser. Angular is the front-end language. The background color is changed, and font also changed for this. So this way we will add the CSS using the ID selector and the class selector. And third way of the selector is the type selector, element selector, we can say. So go in the HTML page, and here what are the tags we can say. So this is the p tag, this is h1 tag. So I will add here just another tag, suppose h2 tag, h2, and here I will add welcome in the Angular tutorial. Okay, this is the h2 tag. Same way I have added the another h2 tag. For Angular we need to learn HTML CSS. So this is the second h2 tag. For this h2 tag, suppose there are multiple. This is I currently used two HTML h2 tags only, but in future there will be multiple. So in that case, what we can do? So for the h2 tag, we can suppose assign a particular color for this, and font size also same we can keep. So in that case, we will use the element selector for this, and we will add the tag wise CSS for this particular selector. So go in the CSS, and here when we go, we will use the h2, and here we can see background color skew, font size larger, font family times New Roman. Save this file, save this HTML as well, and see on the browser. If you can see, welcome in the Angular tutorial, and for Angular we need to learn HTML CSS. So these two H2 tags are there. So simultaneously what we added, we not added anything in the HTML for this particular tag, any ID or any selector we not added. So this H2 is the tag, so that only we referred in the app.component.css. So whatever the how many H2 tags are there in our app.component.html file, so that will reflect with this properties. So same way, if you can add a paragraph tag, or you can add any another tag, image tag. So in that case we will add here the h1 h2 image tag, or same way paragraph tag, and we will add this all the functionality, or all the properties to the particular tag. So using this is the element tag. So this is the CSS tags basically we can use, and we can apply the CSS over here on the HTML pages. So this is the actually overview of the HTML and CSS for this Angular. So we have saw like how we can add the images HTML tags here, and how we can add the anchor tag, how we can add the CSS, apply CSS for this particular tags. So using ID selector, class selector, and the element selector. So using this we will add the CSS for the particular HTML, and we will render that on the browser. So this is the actually basic overview on the HTML and CSS, and so in the next video we will see like how we can create the multiple components, and how we can go through one by one. There are some multiple things are coming in the Angular, so like a decorator, interpolation. So how it will be work, that we will see in the later videos. So as of now we will go through that tutorials, and try to learn, try to apply this HTML CSS. And also I will give one exercise here, clickable image. So here one exercise for you guys, how we can use clickable image, and after click we need to show google.com. You need to create one image like a clickable image. On that image, if when we click on that, that clickable event will be occur, and google.com will be page need to be open in that. So this is your exercise. Please you need to complete it, and add it in comment if it is completed. Okay, thank you.